Well, happy day after Christmas and happy weekend. It's time to do the weekend video. Get ready. Hi. So today is December 26th, 2015, and yesterday was Christmas, at least for most of the world. For most folks in the world, yesterday was Christmas. And just want to tell you a little bit about what I've been thinking about Christmas and about how we view Christmas. And I'll even tell you, I live in an RV park, and we got together and everybody brought a dish for a dinner. And one of the neighbors here decided to pray before the meal, and he spoke for a little bit. I believe he's a former Baptist pastor, and he brought up the fact that today is Christmas, and but he wanted to remind everybody, even there at our dinner, that Jesus was the reason for the season, and he wanted to, and he said, although we are celebrating the birth of Jesus, he wanted to remind us about the cross and how Jesus died, and he was trying to win a few souls there. Understandable. He's a sweet neighbor. I love him. And but he was bringing up the fact, Jesus is the reason for the season. This is a phrase we've been hearing for decades now, as Christmas has become more and more commercialized, and because people don't want the focus to get on all of the commercialism of it, the presents and the trees and the decorations, and completely forget why we have this season to begin with. And that's great. That's understandable. And I'm not going to criticize the expression Jesus is the reason for the season. But when I started to think about Jesus's own reasons, it gets even more interesting, and I think you can even appreciate Jesus even more with what I'm about to tell you. See, Jesus said himself, he did not come into this world, and his birth was when he came into the world. He didn't come into this world to condemn the world, but to save the world. That's what he said his reason for coming was. And then Jesus told parables about a treasure that was hidden in a field, and a man found the treasure and, of course, left it hidden, but he went and sold everything he had and bought the field that the treasure was in. He goes on to also say the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant who deals in precious pearls, and then he finds a pearl of great price, and he goes and sells everything he has, gives everything he has to buy this pearl. And in traditional Christianity, we're taught that the kingdom of heaven is the pearl, or that field with the treasure in it, and that we are to sell all that we have to somehow achieve that goal of getting the pearl or getting the field with the treasure in it. But that's actually not what it was. Jesus came to establish the kingdom of heaven, and the pearl was what he came and gave everything for. You see, the pearl was humanity. It was the world. The treasure in the field was the world and humanity. And he gave all that he had. And he did purchase the world. He did save the world. See, we were the reason Jesus came into the world. We were the reason that Jesus was born, because we were so priceless to him, so worth it to him, that he would give all he had to save us. Not just a few, but the world. He said the world. He didn't say he came for a few. He came into the world to save it. And he's the one who bought it. And he paid a great price. And the world, through his death and resurrection, was redeemed. Yes, we have this season thanks to Jesus. But the reason for the season to begin with was us. We were his reason. He loved us so much that he gave everything. Makes you appreciate him a little bit more because we were that important to him. Now, for those of you who continue to celebrate Christmas for the next 12 days, enjoy your 12 days of Christmas and have a revolutionary week.